What's going on, everybody? It's Joe Giunta with Trend Trading Academy. I'm here to help you trade and get paid. Welcome to another edition of Make Moves Monday. Motivation, mindset, and trading psychology. You know what we do on Mondays. We talk about things that may not necessarily only be on the charts, but the things that go on in here and in here, because that's what really is a very large part of trading, all right? So in today's video, we're gonna talk about something that you can do that is going to bring true consistency and is going to build a solid foundation for sustainable long-term profit in the Forex market. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, click the bell so you get notifications, and let's get to it.
Have faith in your mind, have faith in your grind, invest in yourself, transform in your time. Have faith in your mind, have faith in your grind, invest in yourself, transform in your time. When you trade and get paid, 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 oh yeah, trade and get paid, trade and get paid.
All right, YouTube fam, so let's jump right into it, all right? Because most of the time when we talk to people about trading, we talk about strategy, maybe even risk management, even though that's a very underrated thing. A lot of people don't like to talk about risk management. Everybody's looking for the new strategy, but not a lot of people are looking how to protect their money, all right? That's not what we're talking about today, though. That's just a little plug, because I want you to practice risk management. Also, you got money management. People talk about, growing and expanding and things like that. But when we say we're talking about mindset, most of the time, all they're telling you is don't overtrade. Only thing they're really telling you is keep your emotions at bay. Only thing they're really telling you is some small little tips. But I'm going to actually show you something today, a rule that you should kind of live by that will allow you growth, not only just in the mindset, but also in strategy, all kind of combined into one, right? Because as you know, anybody who's traded Forex for any amount of time, we hear people say, keep your emotions out. And we're like, yeah, that sounds good. It's the right thing to say. But we all know that emotions get the best of some people. We say, make sure that you have a solid strategy, risk management. And, that's solid. Obviously, that's good advice. You need to do that. However, we all know that there's more to it than that. And the big thing that we don't really talk about is the connection between one side and the other. I've heard it said, trading is 90% mental and 10% skill, or 80-20, everybody has a different thing to say. The truth is, you've heard me say it before, it's not either one of those. It's 100% mental and 100% skill set. It's not half and half. It's not this portion and that portion. You got to be 100% in on your mindset and 100% in on your dedication to skill set. So if you're going to be successful, it's not going to happen because you put some effort here and some effort here. It's going to be because you realize that both of those things are so intermingled, both of those things are so connected that you really can't separate, here's my trading strategy, here's my mindset. Because your trading strategy affects your mindset, and your mindset affects your trading strategy, and they go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other, right? It is impossible for any human to not have a mindset. Right? Everybody thinks a certain way. Maybe you're a risk taker. Maybe you're a very conservative, person. Maybe you're calculated. Everybody has a mindset. Everybody has a personality, whether they have a big personality and outgoing or whether they're more shy. Everybody has a personality. All right. So you can't say I'm all skill set. Everybody's got a personality. And then you have some that's got big personality. They're all in, right? That they can sway, they can move. Nothing affects them or whatever it might be, right? But they got to have a skill set too. And these things have got to come together. These things have got to come together, and one can't be more important than the other. So here's what I want to talk about today. I'm only going to take a couple minutes, but I think it's going to really help you. How many times have you said, I want you to comment below, how many times have you heard somebody tell you when you first start out that you should kind of pick one or two pairs and just stick to that, right? We've all heard that. In fact, I've told you that before, and I agree with that. It's true. I don't think that everybody should be looking at 28 pairs. I don't think that we should be looking at GBP and NZD and CHF and USD and A. I don't think you should do that. I think you should pick 1 to 2 pairs that you can master. something that you can focus in on, and you know what that pair is going to do before that pair does it, right? Because you have focused in and learned your pair, all right? Learn the currency that you're going to trade. You know the technicals, you know the fundamentals, you know the sentiment in the market. You can understand any type of analysis about your pair because that's where your focus is, all right? However, there's more to that we don't talk about. We talk about only trading a pair or two, but now I want to talk about only trading a strategy or two, because here's what I'm seeing so many people do. We get in here and we see, on YouTube, or maybe if you're in some company or something, if you're in one of these, trading companies, if you're in something like that, they're throwing 100 strategies at you. If you have, and I've been talking about this a lot lately, so, just, ride with me here. But, you got a RSI that's overbought, and then you have a MACD that does this, and then you have, a moving average that crosses over and does this, and then you have a Bollinger Band that expands, and then you got a parabolic SAR dot that flips, and man, that is too much, all right? And then we start trying to break that down into numerous strategies. Here's the Bollinger Band strategy, here's the moving average strategy, and look, I've taught strategies. I'm not against that. The reason I teach multiple strategies on YouTube is because everybody identifies with something different. You might love a moving average strategy, something with a 50 MA or 921 MA. Maybe you love Bollinger Bands. Maybe you really understand. It just clicks with you. You understand Bollinger Bands. Cool, do it, right? Go back and watch my Bollinger Band video. I promise you that thing is fire, right? Maybe you're just more market structure and you just like fib lines or something. Do that, right? But the problem is we have to be disciplined in our mindset to not chase after 40 different strategies. What we have to do is, just like we only trade one or two pairs and focus in, we need to trade only one or two strategies and focus in. Maybe you really identify with teacups. It just hits you. You see them every time they form. You know what? Start focusing. Look for teacups. There's going to come a time in your advanced days of trading. Right now, if I sit down and look at the chart, I don't need cheat sheets. I don't need anything. I could look and see what the candles are doing and tell you double tops, double bottoms, V-shape reversals, rounding bottoms, teacups. I can just tell you what's going on. Gartleys, bat patterns, butterflies. I could tell you all these things that are going on just by looking at them, right? But that's come with years of trading. That's come with years of practice. In the beginning, I remember the first time I could identify a Gartley pattern. I was like, man, I thought I was doing something serious, man. I was like, oh my God, I just identified a Gartley? Oh man, I'm about to be the next. I had to slow down a little bit though, because that's only one thing, right? But guess what I did do? Every time I saw a Gartley pattern or every time I saw Elliott wave, I could recognize it. Why? Because that was a couple of things I was looking for. And I stuck to it. I wanted to see Elliott wave in the market. I was looking for it. Wave theory has always been something that just, it really just triggered me, right? When I heard and I saw Elliott wave, and I started to realize that wave theory was so powerful, quarter points, right? When I started to realize that wave theory and currency cycling were so powerful, I started looking for it. And I started to see, oh, wow, now I see how the daily lines up with the 1 hour and how, we could find patterns that are moving. It's powerful, right? But that took time. In the beginning, that was simple. I was just looking for 5-wave patterns. That was it. I was just looking for 5 waves. And if I could find that 4, I was going to try to trade that 5, right? I was looking for A, B, C, D because that's what somebody taught me, right? So I was looking for A, B, C. And I knew that C to D was generally going to be the same as A to B. So I was trying to find C so I could trade D, right? I kept it real simple. I didn't force myself to trade 45 different strategies. Now, there was times, especially in the beginning days, that I chased 100 different strategies, right? And it honestly didn't help me none, because I found a few things that really worked for me. Bollinger Bands was something that really clicked with me, right? Wave theory was something that really clicked with me. Quarters theory is something that really clicked with me. So I had a few things in the beginning that after chasing around, every newbie's going to do that, right? We chase after everything that, wow, 1,000 pips, right? We see, and that's fine and good. I think it's almost needed, right, to get that out of our system. But at some point, you got to grow up. At some point, you can't be a 2-year-old in the candy shop anymore on the charts. Now you got to grow up, and you got to start, really focusing in and saying, all right, what is it that works for me, right? So that's what I did. I came in and I started looking for waves. I started looking for quarter points. I started looking for Bollinger Band expansions, and I would trade them. Man, and if I found a C, A, B, C, if I found a C and that Bollinger Band was expanding, oh my goodness, I was in, right? Because I knew that was something that clicked, and I identified with it, right? Did I win every trade I took? No. But I can tell you right now, I recognized why I was winning and losing because I was looking for something that I was familiar with. So all I'm telling you today, guys, is the same way I want you to, and you go back and watch my videos, the same way I want you to go and watch 1 or 2, pairs to trade, I also want you to find 1 or 2 patterns. I also want you to find 1 or 2 strategies. I don't want you to focus on 40 different things. I want you to find a couple of different things that happen that correlate with each other, right? What I mean by that, if you're looking at wave theory, A, B, C, D, well, guess what? Bollinger Bands are really helpful for that because it helps you find the expansions and when things are going to take off. It helps you to find when things are pinching down and going to consolidate. It really helps you with that. Moving average in there could really help you with that. So find something that works for you if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for quarter points, listen, you need to learn fibs. You need to learn how quarter points and fibs line up. Maybe pivots would be strong for you, right? If you're somebody who, just like me, who eventually grew into just being a naked trader, naked Forex trader, all I do is look at naked charts, and I don't really even use indicators at all. I'm just looking at market structure, candlestick patterns, and chart patterns. Well, then find 2 or 3 chart patterns maybe that you really can, you see them, right? Maybe you just know, you see these double tops. Maybe head and shoulders really just click to you. Maybe teacups really just click to you, right? Whatever that is, I want you to find that. If you see the morning stars and the evening stars, if that clicks to you, find them. If engulfing candles clicks to you, find it. But I want you to stick to a couple of things and look for them. Once you've mastered them and you get to a point where you can recognize those things in your sleep, expand. Now add 1 more currency pair, 1 more strategy, 1 more chart pattern. Grow yourself, right? And there's never going to be a time I think you should be trading 28 pairs, ever. But that doesn't mean that you can't get to a point where you master strategies where you can say, here's my main strategy. This is what I do. I even named it. Mine is the volume directional strategy. That's what I do. That's not something you can find on TradingView. That's not something you can Google and find. I did that, right? Because I understand market sentiment. I understand price action and market structure. And I want to find reversals in the market and trade the swing on the extensions. That's what I do, okay? So for me, I narrowed my strategy down to a pinpoint thing that I do over and over again. But there are times, because now I do understand so many things, I can throw a Bollinger Band on a chart and say, you know what? Maybe things on my price action, maybe they're not as clear as I'd like them to be. So let me throw some moving averages on there real quick. Let me throw the vortex on there real quick. Let me throw some fibs on there. Let me throw a speed fan on there. Let me get an extension to kind of see what kind of profit I'm looking at, right? So I understand how to do those things, but I didn't do all that in the beginning. I built my way up to that. I grew into that. What I'm encouraging you to do today, 1 to 2 pairs, 2 chart patterns, and maybe 1 to 2 strategies. Focus, focus, focus. And if you'll stick to that rule, I promise you guys, you will grow and grow and grow as a trader, and your account will get bigger and bigger and bigger because you worked at it, you learned it, you grinded, and you became a successful Forex trader. All right, guys, there you have it. I hope that video really helped you. Guys, this is what it's all about. It's about learning, growing, coming into Forex as a baby and growing into a full, mature Forex trader. So I hope that this information will stick with you. It will resonate with you. What patterns are you looking for that you're finding? Comment. Let's talk about it. I want to help you. Comment below and tell me, what is it that maybe you just kind of see it every time it's on the chart. Maybe it's a double top. You just have no problem seeing double tops. Maybe it's a head and shoulders. You just have no problem identifying that. Maybe it's engulfing candles. What is it that just resonates with you, that just sits with you? Every time you see it, it just clicks. That's what's gonna help you become a successful Forex trader long term. So comment below, let me know what it is that, you know, that's resonating, that's clicking with you, and maybe I can help you kind of expand that a little bit, all right? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And if you wanna become a student, go to trendtrading.academy, and we're gonna give you everything you need to be a successful Forex trader. For now, I'll see you in the next video.